with that goal, you're going to have to work hard, spend money, so on and so forth to reach your goal. So if you want to lose 100 pounds, you're going to have to hire a personal assistant. You're going to have to get a gym membership. You're going to have to eat better, buy organic food. If you want to make $10,000 a month, you're going to have to spend some money to start up your business and get the business up off the ground. If you want to climb a mountain and you want to achieve that goal, you're going to have to buy the gear. You're going to have to drive there and pay for the gas and get all the gear that's necessary to climb the mountain. This is no different. This business requires time, effort, and energy, and it requires a financial investment, just like any business on the planet. But that is essentially meaning there's going to be some pain associated with that gain. You're going to have to spend your time, effort, and energy to get there. So what is that pain going to be associated with? It's going to be financial pain or physical pain. Now this is to set up your proper expectation that this business is going to require your time, effort, and energy, and it's going to require a startup cost. Something to get up off the ground and to keep the momentum going, just like any business on the planet. Now, what's powerful about this business is when you do own your own business, you get to keep all of the profits. Okay, that's what's really good. But you do have to buy initially when it starts up, just like a restaurant. You'll have to buy the chairs, you'll have to buy, the refrigerators and the stoves and the ovens and hire the employees and so on and so forth. So there's a financial investment. There's also a physical investment. You're going to have to be there all day long, running your business, making sure it's working, if you want to reach the higher levels of your goal, so $10,000 a month or more. Now, depending upon what your goal is, typically most people's goal is around $10,000 a month. That's life-changing for most people. They can pay their bills, they can be able to travel, do the things they want to do, go on the beaches of the world, so on and so forth. And $10,000 a month is a nice, good round number for most people to reach in their first 30, 60, or 90 days here with Empower Network. But again, there is going to be some pain attached to that. You're going to have to apply yourself. You're going to have to work hard to climb up the mountain, so to speak. So $10,000 a month, we'll use this nice round number here. But again, to start, you're going to have to start up your business, just like a restaurant. I'll use a metaphor. Essentially, you're going to need your chairs, you're going to need some tables, you're going to need some lamps, you're going to need a building, you're going to need refrigerators and hire chefs and have waiters and waitresses and host staff and so on and so forth. So there's going to be some startup costs with any business, whether it's a dry cleaners, a restaurant, or even an Empower Network. So you need to identify what that startup budget is for you, what you can afford now to invest into your business to get it up off the ground. Now, once your restaurant has essentially opened and everybody's in place and you're ready to go, the only thing you're missing is customers. So how do you get customers? Well, you got to spend some money in advertising. You got to get people to your store, to your restaurant, so to speak. Okay, now that it's open and it's beautiful, we want to make sure we get some people there. So how does typical offline businesses do it? They do it with magazines or radio or television or direct mail, so on and so forth. Online, we use solo advertising, we use pay-per-click, we use SEO and blogging and article marketing and press releases and all of these other kind of social media. We use a lot of this to get people to our website. So you'll need a monthly budget that you can set aside to get traffic to your website, to get people to your store, essentially. Now that number can be, depending upon your own budget, but it has to be available at least for the first 30 or 60 days to get your business up off the ground. Now, how does this business model work? Well, first and foremost, it works like really any other business, and I'll use a mall as a great metaphor for you so you can kind of understand. A mall has a lot of people walking through it. Okay, it's in a central location. They spend a lot of money to get people to that mall. The more people that walk through the mall, the more people walk by the individual stores in the mall. You have a store in this mall right now, and that is Empower Network, and it's called your website. Okay, and you have products and services behind the scenes there. So we'll use in the mall, you have people walking by and you have a shoe store, okay, just as a metaphor here. This is your shoe store. Now, of everybody who walks into this shoe store, is everybody going to buy your shoes? No, of course not. Only a percentage is going to do that. And when that percentage does, that's when you'll get paid. So you have people who visit your website, you have people that land on your website and go into your store, they put in your name and email address, and then only a percentage will actually buy your shoes or buy your products, okay? And that's when you get paid. So let's break down putting products on your shelves. You must put products on your shelf. Right now, you're the $25 blogging system. Maybe you upgraded to Inner Circle or Costa Rica or 15K or Masters already. But bottom line is you have to have one of these products or all of these products, best case scenario, on your shelf to make any kind of money. Okay, so you got to put the other products on your shelf as well, and you can't put those products on your shelf until you have actually purchased them yourself. So you will need to upgrade to Inner Circle, you'll need to upgrade to Costa Rica, and you'll need to upgrade to 15K Formula and also the Masters program. When you have bought those programs yourself, now you'll be eligible in the comp plan to sell those products. So you have to have products on your shelf. Just like I used in the metaphor of the mall, you have people coming by the mall, come into your shoe store, a percentage will buy your shoes, but if you don't have any shoes on your shelves, you're never going to make any money. So you have to have these products on your shelves. And the only way to get these products on your shelf is to essentially buy the product, be a product of the product, and then you are eligible for the commission. So what does that look like? Well, let's break down a 30-day income goal so you're really clear on what you need to do to get to $10,000 a month. Typically, it's about 20 to 25% of your overall goal of what you want to make, you're going to have to spend in advertising. So in this make $10,000 a month, you're going to have to spend about $2,000 a month in advertising. That'll get you about 1,500 clicks or visitors. Now, of course, there's cheaper traffic, but you get what you pay for online just like offline. So if you want cheap traffic, you're going to have to go through a lot more numbers. But if you want good quality traffic, it's going to cost you $1 to $1.50 a click. And when people click on your website, those are the people in the mall. Those are the visitors. And a percentage of those will come into your store. And of those percentages that come into your store, they put in their name and email address. Those are called leads. 375 of those, that's about 20 to 25%, will opt in to your store. And of those people who opt in, only a percentage will buy the membership, just like you did. Okay, just like back to the shoe store. Not everybody who walks in the shoe store is going to buy shoes. Only a percentage will. It's about 4% here. Okay, and that's very high. Typically online, it's usually about 1 to 2%. So what's really good is that you have 15 out of 375 people who came into your store bought the membership. Okay, so 15 times 25 is $375. But you spent $2,250 because you want to make $10,000 this month. So you're only making $375 because you're only positioned at the fast start level. So what do you need to do? That's a non-profitable position. You only made $375. You don't get any credit for any of the other sales because you're not positioned there. So you have to upgrade. Why? Because a percentage of your fast start members in the purple column will upgrade to the Inner Circle. Okay, and that pays $100. 75% of them will upgrade. Okay, if everything's working as optimum. So 11.3 times 100 is $1,125. On top of 375 is $1,500. Okay, so you spent $2,250 because you want to make 10 grand this month, but you only made $1,500 because you're only at Inner Circle. That's a non-profitable position. So what do you need to do? You need to upgrade. You get to Costa Rica. Why? Because 1 out of 2 will upgrade from your Inner Circle in the blue column on your team. 5.6 out of the 11.3 on your Inner Circles on your team will upgrade. Just like you want to upgrade. People on your team will upgrade as well. 5.6 out of 11.3 times $500 is $2,813. On top of $1,500 is $4,313. Now you're profitable. You spent $2,250 in advertising to make $10,000 this month, and you made $4,300 because you're at Costa Rica. So you're profitable, but you're not here to make $1,800. You're here to make $10,000. So what do? Well, you get positioned and you upgrade. You get to 15K, which is a one-time $1,000 investment. Okay, the next months beyond this are going to be much easier because you're not going to have to make that investment again. So 2.8 out of 5.6 of your Costa Ricas will upgrade eventually on your team or at some point. Okay, so 2.8 times 1,000 is $2,813. On top of $4,313 is $7,125. Okay, $2,250 to make 10 grand this month. You've made $7,125. Better than any other investment out there. Better than real estate. Better than the stock market. Better than a job. Better than anything. You're getting 3 times your money back here at the 15K formula. Very profitable position to be in. But you're here again to make 10 grand a month. So how do you do that? You get to Masters. When you're at Masters, it's $3,500 commission. 1 out of 2 will upgrade to Masters. So 1.41 out of 2.8 of your 15K formulas members on your team will upgrade at some point. So that's times 3,500 is $4,922. On top of $7,125 is $12,047. Okay, so you spent $2,250 to make $10,000. You made over $10,000. So you less that from the $12,047, you made about $9,800. Okay, incredibly profitable. That's 5 times your money. That's why there's 90,000 members here with Empower Network. That's why it's one of the most lucrative systems online, and it is an incredibly powerful investment vehicle for your business. But if you are not positioned at Masters, you will give away $4,922. If you're not positioned at 15K, you'll give away $2,813. If you're not positioned at Costa Rica, you'll give away $2,813. And if you're not positioned at Inner Circle, you give away $1,125. If you are not positioned at any one of these levels or all, you will pass them up to your sponsor and they will keep all of the money. You need to get positioned. It's incredibly important to get positioned for profit with this lucrative business model. Now, if you want to take it to the next level in your second month, you take 12,047, you take a percentage of that, you double your clicks, you double your visitors, you spend 50% back into traffic, it gets you 3,000 clicks, which is 750 leads, 30 new members, 22 Inner Circles, 11 Costa Ricas, 5.6 15Ks, and 2.8 Masters. Now you're spending $4,500 to make $24,094, okay? Incredibly lucrative position, 5 times your money back. I'm also not including the purple and blue columns, okay, which will be an accumulation of residuals that will add up month after month. And I'm also not including the pass-ups that you will get on your team, not knowing how you're going to handle your team, if you're going to duplicate, not knowing if you're going to create a sense of community and support them. And, you know, a percentage will upgrade and they will pass up. So I don't know what those numbers are, so they're not included here, which basically means this is more lucrative than I'm showing bare bones numbers here. Okay, so $4,500 can equal $24,094. But again, if you're not positioned at Masters, you're giving away $9,844. At 15K, you're giving away $5,600. Again, another $5,600 at Costa Rica or Inner Circle, $2,250. You're giving all of that money away to your sponsor. Not a good decision. You need to get positioned for profit. Do not pass up sales. Maximize your earning potential. Get all in mentally. Get all in financially. So what do you do on the 3 months? Well, you take a percentage of that $24,000, you roll it into the next month. $6,700 this month into advertising. 4,500 visitors, 1,125 leads, 45 new members, 33 Inner Circles, 16 Costa Ricas, 8.4 15Ks, and 4.2 Masters. $6,700 in ad spend for advertising to make $36,141. Now you're getting to some big numbers, getting some big profit. You're reinvesting back into your business, and you're getting into some life-changing numbers just by reinvesting back into your business. But again, if you're not positioned at Masters, you're giving away almost 15 grand, almost $8,500 at 15K, $8,500 at Costa Rica, and $3,400 at Inner Circle that you are giving away by not being positioned for maximum profit here with Empower. You have to be positioned in the comp plan. You have to buy the products and put them on your shelves if you want to sell those products and not get them passed up. So what does 6 months look like? Well, you take a portion of that, you invest it into month after month and after month. We're not going to go month by month for a year, but we'll just jump to 6 months here. $13,000 to $15,000 is what most of the top earners here in the top 10 are paying on an average monthly basis back into their business to keep the advertising going, to keep customers coming into their store or restaurant, so on and so forth. That's how they're getting so many sales. That's how they're making the big money here. They're getting 9,000 visitors, 2,250 leads, and 90 new members a month. That's how they're making $75,000 a month. They have their accumulation of residuals in the purple and blue column, and they also have pass-ups from every member on their team, because not everybody is going to position on your team at the highest level, okay? So a percentage will, just like I show here. And of those who don't, those pass-ups are going to go to you. Incredibly lucrative. But if you're not positioned, they won't. You'll miss out on $30,000 at Masters, 15. K, you'll miss out 16. Costa Rica, 16. Inner Circle, almost $7,000 will all be passed up. That's a lot of money to pass up. It is not a profitable position. You have to get positioned. So what does this look like on an annual basis? What do the Aaron Rashkins, the Tony Rushes, the Vicks, the Charles Marshalls, the Chris Campbells, what are these guys doing on a monthly basis to get to $100,000 a month? Well, here's exactly what they're doing. They're spending $25,000 to $30,000 a month in advertising to get anywhere between 15 to 20,000 clicks, 4,500 leads. That'll give them 180 members a month, 135 Inner Circles, 67 Costa Ricas, and 33 15Ks, and 16.9 Masters. Tony Rush, Lawrence Tam, Vic, a lot of these other guys, are doing $100,000 a month, and here's exactly how they do it. Most of them have been in about 1 year, only 1 year, to do $100,000 a month to make 7 figures. Incredibly powerful. There's no other investment vehicle, and I doubt your job will ever pay you $100,000 a month. Okay? Very, very lucrative. You just have to keep reinvesting back into your business and build your team and duplicate. That is the simplicity of it. But if you don't, you're going to give up $60,000 at Masters, 33 at 15K, 33 at Costa Rica, and 13.5 at Inner Circle. Way too much money to give up. You will not be profitable. You have to get positioned in the compensation plan to profit from it. You have to put those products on your shelf to be able to sell them. That means you have to be a product of the product. So it really comes down to working smarter versus harder. Which do you think is easier? Do you think it's easier to make one master's sale at $3,500 and get paid 100% commission of $3,500, or to make 140 new member $25 setup sales? Of course, it is much easier just to make one sale than it is 140 sales. So master's sale on the far right there in the orange, okay, you only have to make one sale to make the same amount as you would at 15K for 3 sales, or 7 sales at Costa Rica, or 35 at Inner Circle, or 140 new members. Okay, it's much easier and smarter versus harder to be positioned at Masters or minimum 15K to make sure that you are working smarter versus harder. Again, a lot easier to make one sale than it is 140 sales. And again, if you're not positioned, you will not get any of these, and you will have to work a lot harder to make a much smaller amount of sales. So free and low cost traffic. Maybe thinking about this as an option. Of course, it is an option. Now, if you're not going to invest in advertising and traffic, paid traffic, then you are going to make an investment of time. It's going to cost you an incredible amount of time to do blogging, do articles, forum marketing, videos, SEO. All of this has incredibly long learning curves. You'd have to literally set hundreds of posts, if not thousands. You must rank, be a very good writer. Have long learning curves, tedious work, very time consuming. If you do video, you have to be very good on video. You'll have to bring the value, solve people's problems on the video. It's very technical. SEO can last, upwards of 12 months. Some of these solutions can take 6 months or longer to even get anywhere near $5,000 a month. Okay, 5 or 10 grand a month. You have to be using paid advertising. Paid advertising, really the difference here is if you're going to do free and low cost, it's like having someone build your house versus having to build your house on your own. With free and low cost, you have to build your house on your own. With paid advertising, we build the house for you. It's done much faster. It gets you the result immediately, and you can move in and live the life of your dreams in your dream home instantly. So that's what we do here. We offer paid advertising options here for you. We have 750 clicks in the purple, 1,500 in the blue, 3,000 in the yellow, 4,500 in the green, and 6,000 in the orange. These are options available to you. You will have to be a minimum of Costa Rica or higher to even be profitable. So I suggest you get positioned at Costa Rica minimum. Again, I recommend 15K if you want to maximize 3 times your money, 5 times your money, you want to get to Masters, and do that as soon as possible as you can to make sure that you are positioned at the highest level for profit, and then get one of these traffic packages. Starts at $11.25, $22.50, and then $4,500, $67.50, and $9,000. These are the traffic packages here that are available to you. They are turnkey traffic. We've spent 10 to 15 years through the learning curve and the pain of figuring out how to do paid advertising, building the relationships. We have turnkey options for you, so you can just simply invest in traffic in the beginning, the first 90 days or so. Get the ball rolling, get people to your website, get new members coming in, generate sales at every single product level, get them positioned, duplicate, rinse, wash, and repeat. This is a simple turnkey solution based on our 10 years of experience that you want to take advantage of and be able to utilize. The numbers at the bottom, the 6,000, 12, 24, 36, are based on you being positioned at Masters. These are potentials of profit, okay? Based on you being Masters with that many clicks. So getting positioned at Masters times those many clicks is what your profit potential is right there at the bottom. All-in bonuses, if you do go all in and you become a master, okay, you get the Masters retreat at the highest level at $3,500. We will give you some additional coaching. You'll get additional coaching, which is extremely valuable. My time is worth about $500 to $750 an hour. Okay, so my time is very valuable, but I will give you coaching. It's based on 10 to 15 years experience in this industry. We have 10 best banner sites for you to advertise on, 25 best ad network platforms, and 30 automatic autoresponder email messages written by a professional copywriter to help you convert your leads into new members. That's over a $5,000 value that is free if you go at the Masters Retreat at $3,500. We will include all of that for you. You'll also be invited into a Masters Inner Circle where you'll be able to collaborate and connect with other people at that level to leverage and synergize your success. So what are some startup capital ideas? Well, a lot of people think they only have the money available in their checking account. That's what they can use to start up a business. That's absolutely not true. Think about Google, Facebook. They all started in garages or college dorm rooms. These guys didn't have any money either, but they went and found the money to build their business. Okay? They borrowed from their friends and family. They got personal loans. They made sales of personal items, small business loans, bank loans, line of credit, stocks, bonds, investments, equity, real estate, checking, savings, 401k, pensions, whole life insurance, percentage of a weekly paycheck, job income. Write some of these down, okay, and think to yourself that this is my dream, this is what I want to achieve. Don't ever think to yourself that I can't find the money or I don't have the money, because you do. Make a responsible decision, one that's best for you and your family. Don't spend next month's rent on, buying traffic or something like that. It has to be riskable capital. It has to be something that you're willing to invest into a business, just like any business. Okay, but every business on the planet tapped any one of these resources to build their business. Okay, and you have to think about how important that is to you. What are you willing to do to get to your dreams? I'll give you this scenario. If you were, for example, tomorrow being told that you have a life-threatening disease and you can get for $5,000 the cure tomorrow or next week, would you be able to find the $5,000? Odds are that you would, and that you would figure a way and you would find out, how do I save my life, and how would you do that? This is exactly what you would do. You would go and you would figure it out, you would find it, because this is your life, this is your dream. You're willing to do whatever it takes. So figure it out, find out what you can do and where you can do it responsibly, and get it done. So going to the next level, the next live event. You want to go to the next live event because live events are where you connect with human beings. We are human beings. We are people. We love people. We connect with people. That is our whole life. That's what our whole life is about. Okay, so getting to events is going to give you a one-on-one opportunity to connect with people in a very intimate way. You're going to be able to essentially have one-on-one conversations with them. You're going to be able to learn the secrets. You're going to have all these other people that are on the same path and journey as you. And you're going to be able to connect with these people and find out what it is they're doing to be successful. It's not going to be all the rah-rah and the hoopla. It's about essentially connecting with people one-on-one and finding out the secrets, finding out what it is happening at these live events that can take your business to the next level. Also, your team will do what you do. So if you don't show up at live events, none of your team will. And when they don't show up at live events, they won't buy more products. So when they go to live events, they'll buy more products. That's why you want to get to the live event. That's why you want your team at the event. It's very, very important to lead by example. So, what's your next steps? Well, your next steps are to log in to Empower and get yourself positioned to profit. Okay? Get yourself positioned. Minimum, okay, you have to get to Costa Rica. Minimum, you have to get to Costa Rica to be in profitability. If you can, pull the trigger on 15K formula and or the Masters Retreat. Invest in traffic. Get the traffic packages that I talked about. Email me, instant message me, text me, whatever it is. Tell me that you're interested in getting traffic packages and I will get that for you. Build a team. Once you begin to invest traffic, you're going to get people to your website. People are going to come to your website. They'll become members. Those members will upgrade to other products. And then it is your responsibility to duplicate and build a team. When you start to build a team, that's when the residual starts to come. That's when people start to buy products on your team and you get pass-ups and you make residual income. That is when you start to reach your goals. As you can see, you need to get up the mountain here. Okay, that is the most important part. Take steps, one step at a time. That's how you're going to get to the top. You got to log into Empower as your next step, position to profit, minimum Costa Rica. If your budget is between $2,000 to $3,000, you can essentially get a traffic package and you can get to 15K formula. If it's $4,000 to $5,000, you can essentially get a traffic package and you can upgrade to masters, so on and so forth. So invest in traffic, build a team, duplicate, and reach your goals.